Hi, this is Rachel here. Today I tried to do a video out in my car, but that didn't work because I couldn't transfer it over to my computer to edit it. Um, and then, so now I'm trying it in my bedroom. My kids are out there and they like to be nosy, know what I'm doing all the time. So I'm like, this is just for me. Let me have, let me have one thing that's just mine, please. So I'm going to be giving a book review about the book The Delusion by Laura Gillier. It won the Christie Award, which I believe is a Christian, a Christian fiction award. Um, so I love this book. It's so good. It's so good. It's a young adult Christian fiction, and it's about this boy named Owen, and he goes to a new high school, and the high school is like newly built too. Within the time that it had been newly built, there had been about 12 suicides by the students that went to that school. So like the media was all on it, like outside the school every time there was a suicide. There was a bunch of like protesters of religious people protesting the school or whatever because there's so many suicides. But so Owen, he had some land given to him by his grandparents, and the land was like connected to the school land. And one day he and his girlfriend went to his property, and they went to the woods, and they were going to go mess around or whatever. And he found this well that was empty. There's nothing in it. And then they were about ready to leave. And as they were leaving, there was someone standing there who wasn't there before. And so they just thought like he was the groundskeeper of the school or something like that. And he said to them at one point, like, do you want to know what's happening with the school? Like, do you want to know what's going on? And so Owen's like, yeah, I want to know I want to see what's happening. And so the groundskeeper gave him, he pulled up some water out of the empty well there, and he drank it, and it affected him immediately. He started getting sick. He went home. He thought he was gonna die. His mom wasn't home, so he thought he was gonna die. He woke up the next morning and he seemed to be fine. He looked out the window, and there's this lady jogging who had this like chain, this big collared chain, metal chain wrapped around her neck, and connected to it was like these big, thick chains like this big connected to each other, going like all the way down her back. And he was like, that's a really weird workout program. And then he had noticed that on the back of her head there was like connected some cords. So he just thought that was really strange. So I think he had gotten scared maybe too at one point about it, but he eventually went to school. And when he got to school, he saw that all the people at school also had chains. See, there's a chain right here in the book. That all the kids at school had chains around their neck and links on the back of their neck. Some were long, some were short. But pretty much everyone had them, and the cords out their back too. So he was freaking out. He was like, I see this, don't you see this? And people were like thinking he was crazy. They were thinking he was going to be the next suicide because he was acting so crazy. His girlfriend eventually broke up with him because he was so crazy. But there was one girl at school that he saw that did not have the chains on her neck. She did not have the cords coming out of her head. She actually had like this glow. I think it was like a glow on her belly or something. I don't know, or on her body or something like that. Well, so he went to get to know this girl, and he found out that she was a Christian, and he told her what he had seen, and he asked her like, why do you look different than everyone else? And so she's like, I'm a Christian, this might be why. So anyways, there's basically a demonic presence at this school, and Owen eventually sees like demons coming in, and they connect up to the cords that are on the back of the people's heads, and they will like feed them thoughts to their brain, or they'll whisper in their ear like you're worthless, nobody wants you, that type of thing. And so Owen, the whole time, he's not a believer, and so he's just having a hard time like really believing that they're demons. And so it's kind of the whole book. I think at the end he actually starts believing, because he can see he always wants to hang out with this girl who's a Christian, because like demons don't spend time with her, so they don't hang out with her, they're not around her. And so he's always around her, and then he sees how when she prays about something, the demons like flee and angels will come. So yeah, I thought this book was amazing. I love being able to imagine what the spiritual world looks like. I just love that from books. So my daughter, she's 14 years old, and I felt like this was too heavy for her, especially like with all the suicides. So I would not recommend this to a younger adult, or not a younger teenager, sorry. But I would, like an older teenager or an adult, definitely recommend this book too. I do feel it was a little bit like written towards a younger person. But beyond that, like the storyline was really great. Just the imagination that the author had for this, and the spiritual aspects of this book. Loved it. I am planning on trying to get the next book in the series, and I believe it's like the Delusion. This is the Delusion. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, so it's called The Delusion. We All Have Our Demons, I guess is the subtitle. And then the second book is called The Deception. And then the third book is called The Defiance. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the series. Yeah, it was really great. I think I gave it 4 stars. I think maybe like the younger age it was written towards was kind of what didn't give me I didn't give it 5 stars for. Yeah, if you have any questions about it, or if you read anything like the second or the third one, I would love to know, to see if they're worth reading. So thanks for watching. Tomorrow I have a video, number 5 for the month, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.